Hello again. Well, we have returned to the same place where we left off in the February vlog. We were visiting Mokuhansi Hillfort last time, and there was snow everywhere. And this time we're going to visit the Hillfort that is straight across from it. So here we are on the road to the Hillfort, and before that we've been here before to go up that hill. It's called Cape McLean. And on the other side we have the other hill fort, Mokuhansi Hill, with absolutely no snow. But I don't regret coming here in the snow because it was very nice. It looked very lovely. And this hill fort that we're going to just now is called Skirley Craig. There it is. So last time we were here, we didn't find the copmark stones, but this time I remembered to look for them. Pretty sure this is them. Copmarks are pretty weak, but you can just about see them. So here's one. Here's another one. I think this is one as well. So they're rather weathered, but they're there. And here's the other stone. You can see very slight cut marks. There's one there. See that hill over there? That's probably the knock of Crieff. And Crieff is just behind that. And then here's Cape McLean right next to us. And we're all the way up there. So we're almost at Skirley Craig, and in between that and Mokuhansi Hill there's another hill fort called Knockdarch, which we suspect is a little bump there with the forest on top. So we are trying to figure out how to best get over there, which that looks like it's the way up to the top. That's up there, that's where Hillfort is. You know what? This hill is much larger than it looks. It takes a long time to get up to the top. Then the fort itself, with that beautiful view of the mountains behind it. I'm pretty sure I recognize a few ramparts there. Well, this is a very steep side, so that's unsurprising that somebody decided to build a hill fort here. So there's a little track going up there, which is probably the entrance, and then we've got rampart number 1, rampart number 2, and that's possibly rampart number 3 there. And let's go up to the top. You have a bit of an edge there as well, joining in with the ramparts. Look at all the piles of scree that have come off this hill. before we leave, just to show you the Hillfort boundaries again. That edge might be part of it, and then you've got the edge going around the way, and this might be a second rampart here. Oh, I think I can see it there. The edge which joins in with the multiple ramparts there. Here's the entrance again from the side. Nice view of the ramparts. And now we're gonna make our way back. We're back with the cup marked stones, and I wanted to see if the sun, low setting sun, makes it any easier to see them, and I think on this stone in particular it actually does, because it has revealed these little shadows that are definitely indentations. That's nice. And the bigger stone, they're still sort of noticeable, but the sun, I suppose, doesn't have the right angle to give them a particular depth of shadow. So here we are back at one of my favourite spots, and I'm wearing the big sun hat because the sun is getting stronger. Yeah, we need a little bit of relaxation because we've been pretty busy the past weeks. We are helping some friends move as well, helping them paint. So that has kept us busy, and we've done a few good walks as well. Some Hillforts, some nice country walks that are gonna go up on my channel soon. But yeah, I really like this place for its relaxing energy. Oh no, a path is blocked by this tree. Seems to be rather old and decrepit. It might not even be alive anymore. Or it might not have been alive at the point where it fell over. I think we can squeeze through. Here's a bunch of pine cones that somebody has arranged into letters. Took me a while to figure out what it says, but it says Burnham is amazing. I'm not gonna disagree with that. Are they going to attack? It's my birthday today, and we've come out to Lincolnty to go for a walk along here, and I realised that the wild garlic is already out, so I did some foraging, got a nice bunch of wild garlic, and I'm going to add it to my birthday meal this evening. Some traces of beavers. As you can see, the river's high at the moment, River Tay. In the summer you can stand all the way out there. It's also quite warm today, about 15 degrees I think, and it's supposed to be this way for the rest of the week. So I can imagine lots of plants are gonna start to blossom and start to grow. So I think we're gonna have to remember to do a bit more foraging to remind ourselves to pick up lots of tasty wild herbs and such. A little correction, it was wild onion that I was collecting just now. This is the wild garlic Ramson. It's growing Yeah, by my feet. Maybe I should pick some of that as well. So here's another patch of ramsons. I think I'm gonna get a little bit more. This is Loch Fascally, or Fashally, whichever. And we're crossing over to the other side because today more adventure awaits us and we're looking for Hillforts. So we have made it as far as the forest path and now we're gonna go and look for a Hillfort. It's called Undone and apparently it's the northernmost Hillfort in Perthshire. So it's gonna be interesting. It is inside of a forest but there's a little area where there's no trees. And hopefully, maybe we'll get a bit of a view on the landscape. You can see as far as some hills beyond which is the Pass of Killiecrankie, which is probably like a natural stopping point, which probably maybe explains why this is the northernmost Hillfort. And that's the town of Pitlochry, by the way, over there, with Loch Fascally is next to it, or Fashally. Nice view. Oh, a sort of point on the topography. This hill here is Creek Gower, and we've been up there when it was all beautiful and snowy, I think last year it was. And then right behind that has been Racky. We're also gone up that mountain in the very deep snow. And I've got a video about that as well, and we've gone up Benracky multiple times. Probably in every season now. But do watch the one where we go through the deep snow because that was quite tough. This forest is really nice actually. The birds are singing, the sun is shining. Even though there's a major road right next to this forest, the N9. So we just came through some tall grass there and this already ticks out. So it's already time to be careful and check ourselves. I suppose it has been pretty warm in the past week, so not warm but just mild enough for the ticks to bear already, so we might be in for a pretty annoying summer. They even come in all kinds of sizes. Look at this one. So there's a bump there, which could be our Hillfort. Let's go and have a closer look. In the meantime, we're trying to approach the Hillfort from a slightly gentler side, so that should be it there. Hopefully it will be easier than to go up the steep way there. So there's the Pass of Killiecrankie over there, and it looks like there's even a path up to the Hillfort, so we're certainly not the first ones. Alright, so we have already found the ramparts. Okay, one there, next one there, and I can see the top there as well. This one looks much more defined than the lower one. So here we are at the top, but before we do anything else, we have to check ourselves for ticks. These things cling to absolutely anything. that would be the view towards the mountains. You can see them really well with the drone, but here the trees are unfortunately just too tall. And because of that, you can't see the Hillfort from the road properly either. But as far as the structure goes, you have ramparts all the way around there, and then you get to the edge, which is protected by a steep edge and a pretty deep fall down there. So that is the Hillfort undone. So we're gonna go back the same way probably. It was quite a fun excursion, even though we were surprised by the amount of ticks that are out already. Once we're off the Hillfort, we're gonna check ourselves again, and I recommend that you do too if you go walking in Scotland, because there's 3 different sizes, and the smallest size is just smaller than probably 0.5 millimeter. But if you pull them out within, I think, 24 hours, you should be fine.
The smallest ticks also can't transmit Lyme disease either, because they need to get Lyme's disease from an infected host.
Right.
So only the bigger ticks can transmit it, fortunately.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, be careful. Here's a little view down the other side. Other ramparts showing up on the camera. There's one there, going along right there. And I think there's even one further down there. There's a bit of a dip here, so that could be our entrance. And then this is the way we came from. So then we have consulted the map, and we've decided to keep following the path rather than go back the same way. We might even get a bit of a view towards the mountains. So we have ventured outside of the forest, and we have been rewarded with a nice view of the Cairngorms Plateau and Beneglow, and you can see Cairnlarf, which we have climbed when it was covered in a cloud. I almost forgot to say that that dip there, that's the pass of Killiecrankie. And then a Hillfort that we just visited is behind those trees, somewhere in between. So you can kind of imagine the view you would have had if it wasn't surrounded by tall trees nowadays. It's such a beautiful colour that the water has. We are at the bottom of the hill at the moment. The Hillfort should be somewhere beyond those trees. And here we are. We've gone full circle. This is the way we went up to the Hillfort. And let's go back to the car. We're actually pretty tired now. But overall, this Hillfort trip was actually very enjoyable. The view was great, the weather is great, the jays are here. So it's this Hillfort is a thumbs up for me. We didn't really have any trouble finding it by consulting maps, OS maps. If you wanted to go and have a look, just be mindful of ticks. So to round off the trip, we have to cross the road again. Actually, it took us a whole while to be able to cross. We had to wait for quite a while. So here we are, almost there, and we've parked at the boating station, by the way. Had to pay a little fee at the cafe to get parked, but it was a nice and convenient spot to start off from. Here's what I'm doing with my wild onion that I collected. I'm gonna mix that with soft cheese, and then it's gonna be wild onion soft cheese spread. And there we go.